Hey everyone, are you dreaming of van life but you're not certain which van to go for? Should you go for a big van? Should you go for a little van? Campervan conversion is going to be an amazing investment, so you need to get it right.
It's just a laid back vibe, baby.
So the big question is, do you go for the compact small van or do you go for the spacious big van? Now, in our van life journey, we've had both. We used to have a Volkswagen T5 Transporter and now we've got a Volkswagen Crafter, so I think we're in a good position to be able to tell you and give you some advice about what we think, what van you should go for and what's going to be right for you. So I'm just sat in the new Volkswagen Crafter. Now, there's a lot of upgrades in this from the van that we've got because obviously this is a couple of years newer than the one we've got. We had our Volkswagen Transporter for about 3 or 4 years, and do you know what? The memories that we made in that camp van, amazing. It was a really simple build. We just had a rock and roll bed in there, we put some windows in, diesel heater, electrics, insulation, and do you know what? It was good to go. Then after that, a natural progression for us was to get a bigger van because we was doing a European road trip and you know, we wanted a bigger van and we got the bigger van and we got that converted. Now that took a lot longer to get converted because obviously it's a bigger van and it still needs a couple of little things that need doing. Now it goes without saying there are pros and cons of both owning a bigger camper van or a smaller camper van. First of all, the small van. It's easy to drive and you know what, you can park these anywhere. So, the small van. This is a Volkswagen Transporter T6.1. A fantastic base to start any campervan conversion on. A van like this is perfect for solo travellers or you know anyone that doesn't like mind some like cosy living while you're on your travels. Now a question that we get asked all the time, and obviously because you know with the channel we've done so many sort of like different things and obviously we've had a couple of vans. Should they buy a camper van that's already converted or should they buy one and convert it themselves? I can only answer this question on our personal view if you like. Now, like I said, we've got a Volkswagen Crafter now and the thing is when we got our Crafter converted, for us it's worked out so much better building it ourselves because it's not like we could have just like gone into a conversion company like said some you know where you convert like the Crafter and like put everything in because there isn't such a thing you know where you can just go and get something like that. So what we did is we designed our van ourselves and we put exactly everything in there where we needed. So we have like a fixed bed that we've got like a rib bed that we use, you know, like it's like seating area as well. We've got the kitchen unit, we've got the electrics in there, the diesel heater. Me personally, converting a camper van yourself is the best way to go. That's what we found. Now, there are fantastic deals out there and like options where you can buy like camper vans that are already converted, but if you was getting a new van or a base van that doesn't have any conversion done, me personally, I would say do it yourself because you can design it and you can get all the things made and do it so that it suits you. So we're at the Volkswagen Swansway group today and let's just have a quick look at this T6.1 they've got here now. As you can see, this is a van that is ready to be converted and the good thing is it's already got the glass in there, you know, if you want your tailgate for your campervan conversion. Now, straight away looking at this, it excites me looking at this because straight away, because there's nothing on here, there's no side paneling on or anything, straight away if you bought this as a conversion van, you can get on it straight away, you can get all your insulation on it. So many different conversion ways that you can like do one of these vans. Now when we had our van, we had a full size rock and roll bed that was in this area here and we had some units here and the diesel heater and all the electrics was here. And do you know what, that was pretty much like it. And the memories that we made of that camper van, like I said, we had it for years and we did so much travel. When you buy a camper van that's already converted, the chances are you're going to get like your units down here, you're going to get your sink unit and everything, the fridge here, and then you know you're going to have like a bed here and stuff. Now, for us, I always knew that that wouldn't work having the units down like one side as a personal choice. For us, it was about comfort, and that's why when we got ours converted, we had like a bigger bed here. And you know what? As I mentioned before, this is the great thing about if you're going to do a camper van conversion yourself. If you get a van that's a base model like this, that everything is ready to go, it makes things a lot easier. With the Volkswagen Transporter, you know, you can fit a little cozy bed, you know, you can fit some storage units, you know, put like a sink in there and things. And you know what? You're good to go and there's no limit to what you can do with your camper van then. At the Volkswagen Swansway group, there is some fantastic deals to be had on these vans at the moment. We'll come on to that a little bit later. But the good thing is as well, if you do look at one of these vans, you can customise them before you even get them out the showroom. Obviously we're talking campervan conversions. The good thing is as well, if you wanted, you can have the bulkhead removed before you actually pick your van up as well. You can choose some different alloy wheels again before you get it out the showroom, so So let's move on to the bigger van. Now, bigger van, more room to stretch out, more storage, but more issues. So after 3 or 4 years of owning our Volkswagen Transporter, we decided to upgrade and we got ourselves a Volkswagen Crafter. So if it's a Volkswagen Crafter that you're going for, the number one main thing that you're going to be looking at one of these for is the fact that you can stand up in one of these. Now these vans, they are, as you can see, a lot bigger, but obviously a lot bigger means that it's a lot more work to get it converted. Plus side of that is obviously once you've got it done, once you're camping and you're out wild camping, traveling all through Europe like we have done in ours, it just means it's more comfortable. Now the thing is, being comfortable, that's going to be different for a lot of people because the main thing about having a bigger van as a conversion as a camper van is parking. Because parking one of these over parking a Transporter, there's a big difference. Bigger van, more space, also means bigger fuel economy and more weight on the van as well. Now the thing is as well, if you are going for a Crafter as a camper van conversion, what you need to ask yourself is this going to be your daily driver as well? Daily driving one of these, big difference. A Volkswagen Transporter, is easily being able to be used as a family vehicle. What's the real difference? The real difference is room. The big van offers all the comforts, if you're on long road trips and things, but like I said, do you really need all that room? From our experience, what I can tell you is having a Crafter as a camper van, it's a lot more comfortable. But like I said, we don't use our van as a daily driver, we use it as a camper van. Now, our decision to go for the Crafter was based on because we knew that we wanted to go to Europe and spend a lot of time over there, and it worked for us. When we had our Volkswagen Transporter and we had it for, like I said, quite a few years, our van life journey was never held back with anything. We did everything we wanted to do, so having a Transporter as a camper van, it doesn't really hold you back as such. It's just that having a bigger van, it just gives you more room. A smaller van, it allows you to travel more freely, and every time you go out you don't have to worry about finding parking spaces. A big van offers more home-like comforts, especially for long stays. And the thing is as well, if you have a family as well, you need to take that into account, or when you go and travelling, if you're going to be taking a lot of gear with you. If you are looking to get a Volkswagen Transporter T6.1, the Swansway Volkswagen Group have got some fantastic deals on at the moment, and they have branches in Oldham, Preston, Liverpool, Birmingham and Wrexham. There are some fantastic deals that you can get, and also there's fantastic deals you can get on the Volkswagen Crafters at the moment as well. Do you know what? Let me go and grab Justin, let's talk about some figures.
So if you're looking for the last of the T6.1 Transporters, a few left now that are high lines. So as you know, these are ones that are colour coded, you've got the alloys, they've got the air conditioning, other bibs and bobs that don't come with the start line. We've still got some, or we've got some through that have the swivel seats, also have the glass so that you don't have to, get somebody to actually come in and do it for you. So like I say, swivel seats. They've also got armrest captain chairs. So yeah, we've got some of these, and also because it's the last of the T6.1, Swansway have decided to do a deal where we can get up to £6,000 off a brand new one. And then moving on to the big brother of the Transporter, we've got the Crafter. Now the Crafter now has just been redeveloped, so the interior now has the bigger screens, etc. Which this one, Swansway, have decided to do another mega deal on these, and we're offering up to £10,000 off the all new Crafter. So if you're interested in either of these deals on the Transporter and the Crafter, please give this number a call. We have got only a limited amount on both vehicles, so please, numbers are they're only short, so give us a call.
So Justin, while we've got you here, a quick question for you. So obviously, you deal with the sales of, vans like this all day long.
Yeah.
You must have thought at some time or other, if you was going to get a camper van, would you prefer the Transporter or the Crafter, and which one would you go for and why?
Alright, well I go for the Crafter. I do like the Transporter, a little bit more stealthy, but I think with the Crafter, you've got so many more options, you've got more room, when you're getting out and about, I think, yeah, that's where I'd go.
Put it in the comments below, if you're going for a camper van, what works for you? Are you looking at a bigger van? Are you looking at a smaller van? Have you got a bigger van? Have you got a smaller van? Put it in the comments below, let us know your experience about your van life journey. Now I know here at Volkswagen Oldham, some of the staff here, they do have camper vans and things, so do you know what? I'm going to go and ask them, Volkswagen Transporter or Volkswagen Crafter? Let's go. So let's ask this question to Dave. If you had a choice of a Volkswagen Transporter as a camper van or a Volkswagen Crafter as a camper van, what would be your choice and one main reason why?
I'd have to say a Transporter because I'd be a bit silly because at the minute I've got a Combi that I'm I'm having it converted into a day van.
Right, so you've already got like a campervan conversion on the way.
I like it because you can use it every day. It's a bit easier to get around and park up and stuff like that. So for me, transporter. But I can see why people have a Crafter because of the size of them and that. Big journeys and stuff. But.
So, whilst we're on the subject, I thought, it's going to be a good idea to speak to the technicians about this. So I'm just going to quickly come over here and ask you a quick question. If you was going to get a campervan, would you prefer to have a Volkswagen Transporter or a Volkswagen Crafter, and why?
A Transporter, because on my personal opinion, I've seen so many varieties of what you can do with them. I think overall, even though it's a smaller van, there's so much more stuff you can do with them. I mean, you buy a standard van, it's a blank canvas, and whatever you can do with them, it's totally up to you. The sky's your limit.
Right, I'm going to come to this technician here. Same question. If you was going to have a campervan, would you have a Volkswagen Transporter or a Volkswagen Crafter?
I'd go for the Transporter, purely because they're quite compact. You could quickly set them up, set them down, go into a town with them, probably go into a car park with them, multi-storey car parks. I think they're quite easy to live with.
Got Tony here, the master technician. Quick question for you. If you was going to get a campervan, now I know he's already got one, would you go for the Volkswagen Transporter or Volkswagen Crafter, and why?
Personally, I'm very biased against the Transporter, so me it's a Transporter, long wheelbase, all day long.
And that's because you've got one. Is there any one particular reason why you know that's such a solid answer for you?
I just like the Transporter more over the Crafter because it's more used like a car style. You can actually park it up on a car park, where a Crafter you probably struggle with.
And the same question to you.
I have a T4 Transporter currently, but I think I prefer a Crafter because you get more space to stand up and more space for storage on a large bed.
All right. Fantastic. So quick question for you. If you was going to get a campervan, would you rather have a Volkswagen Transporter or a Volkswagen Crafter? And whichever one you choose, what's the main answer why?
I think the Transporter is better.
Right. Any main reason that springs to mind?
You can make it fast and you can make it looks good.
Right.
And the size of it is easy to handle. I would go for a Transporter.
Fantastic. If you value the ease of travelling simplicity, a smaller van might be the one for you. If you prefer extra comfort, but maybe have to take on board the fact that it's not going to be as easy to park in different places, a bigger van might be for you. Either way, van life and travel, it's about what you do and the memories you make, not the van that you do it in. If you want to have a look at the different vans that Swansway Volkswagen have got on offer, I'll put a link in the description. There are so many different colour options available, so check them out.